Alright. Hello, everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our Gen 3 type challenge bug type. As you can see, it looks like, I don't know, there is something down with the PokeLink that I use. And I'm not sure what. Okay, well there's something. Maybe it's working now. I pulled up my old tracker just to try to get something going. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Just a second. Let's see if this works. Refresh. Okay. Well, they're working on my computer, but they're not working on the tracker on the thing, so we're still gonna wait just a bit. We'll just use this for now. Alright. We're gonna move forward, and the tracker's just gonna be what it is for right now until that gets fixed. Yeah, we're using Heracross. Probably could use Beedrill as well. It doesn't matter. Alright, we're gonna knock through these fights. I think we're set up to finish this playthrough today. So we're gonna just keep pushing forward. See about getting this playthrough finished. Let's return here and put a needle here. Good deal. So hopefully you'll just have a little bit of this obnoxious green tracker. And we'll get the life sprites up there soon. Alright, let's Brick Break here and Twin Needle here. Good job, Beedrill. I wonder if that'll keep the other Mighty Inno alive. It does not. Alright, we want to return. do it again. And then we'll heal Heracross. Spray and repel again. Alright, we get Earthquake for Armaldo. Teach that in place of Water Gun. Let's beat up on Archie. We'll swap the Armaldo for the Crobat. The potion. Alright, let's go back to Beedrill. Very nice. Alright, blah, 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 blah. Alright, back to Satopolis. Alright, they say that Pokelink is back up. Let's see if it's working. I think it's the issue that I usually have with it. Let's see here. There's this issue that I've been having with Pokelink where it wants me to... Okay, let's do what are we? 15 minutes in. We'll be right back. Okay, looks like we got everything fixed now. Sorry about that. Alright, let's get everything back to the way it's supposed to be. Okay, now that we got that all fixed. Alright. We don't have Fly on this team, so we're walking. Alright. Alright, now we're cooking. Again, I do apologize about that little issue. They got it fixed really quick, so we are pushing along now. As I said at the beginning of this episode, we will be getting this playthrough finished today. So we're gonna push forward for that. Let's Leech Life here, and let's Sludge Bomb here. No Endeavor. Remember, we need to get the team up to level 46 for the next gem. Sword Stance. Alright, let's Aerial Ace and let's Giga Drain. Well, that's not very nice. Nice. Hey, Nimbus Fox. Yeah, no, you're fine. I appreciate you getting everything up and working as quickly as you all did for Poco Link. So thanks for checking in. Really do appreciate it, man. Glad I was able to let you all know that something was up. Blame Google. Yeah, easy enough. But thanks for hopping on it, man. I appreciate it. No baton pass for Ninjask. IGN too much water. Clearly they side with Team Agua. That's right. We just leveled up Ninjask. Let's swap up Armaldo. I mean, there is a lot of water here. But everything is working up on my side and everything, so again, I do appreciate it. Alright, let's beat down some water pokes here. Let's... Ancient Power... and... 5th of August, rewrite release day. So many improvements. Cool! I will mark it on my calendar. Let's get hyped, everybody, for August 5th, for the new tracker, new release. That's exciting. We will pass around the news, Nimbus. And mark it the time. The ad timing is good. Ancient Power. Earthquake this Seeking. You're free! Well, so I'll mark it on my calendar and we'll spread the words, Nimbus. But we will get excited for August 5th. Excited to see the new stuff and test it out. Yeah, we've been using Poco League for a couple years now, so we really like it on the channel. Getting us through all our monotype playthroughs. Version after 0.7 will be adding more games to our auto support, like Stadium, GameCube games, etc. That's awesome. That's nice. That wing attack is gonna hurt. Good paralysis. We'll heal up on the Azumarill that comes next. Oh no, Azumarill's in the next fight. This is difficult. That's alright. You just read Mew's name. Yep, it's our HM slave. I think I used to post back in the Discord channel for Poco League when I was doing streams. I haven't in a while. Normally I stream this in the morning, and we have a pretty regular following of people that come in to watch. Yeah, but I mean, here's the rules that I use for these streams. And we've just been working through all of these monotype challenges. I think this is playthrough number 54 or 55 for Gen 3 out of 73. And then we're going to do the same thing on Fire Red and Leaf Green. We already have Gen 1 and Gen 2 completed. Noise. Alright, let's go get our Flying Mew. Makes me think of a future idea, so you can't use HM Pokemon in battle. We have plans to add a level cap limiter so your Pokemon will get locked to a level without a modified ROM. You can also permanently keep a Pokemon till at 0 after healing. Oh, for those Nuzlockers. That's neato. Alright, let's go up and awaken Rayquaza. We have a lot of things planned regarding messing with emulator memory. Cool! Excited to see it. Get out of here, Wallace. Let me just climb the tower and go actual fight some battles. Like in Gen 1, the price of items can get changed, rival Pokemon can be revived mid-battle, etc. Wow, that's neato. That definitely changes the game a bit. You have to take all that into account. All controllable by chat. Nice. Alright, let's get past this cinematic. Sure, I mean that makes sense. No, you need so many HMs in this game to do stuff, and some of the HMs are just quality of life things, Nimbus. So, you know, the ability to fly from the top of Rayquaza's tower, not having to walk and surf all the way around, it's really nice. So, yeah, we just give ourselves two Mews for all 8 of the HMs. And then, just when we need to fly, just for convenience sake. Yeah, absolutely. Thank goodness they do. Alright, let's beat up on some more trainers at the level 46. Yeah, but this is the channel. This is the stream that I do most often, is these monotype playthroughs. Nothing hardcore Nuzlocke, just, you know, some relaxed Pokemon playing, and we just feel out all the Pokemon for their types, and even all those forgotten Pokemon, and use everybody, and then we move on. We've been doing this since, like, 2018 or something ridiculous like that. Let's Giga Drain. Oh, Ninjask. If only you had a bit more punch behind your power. That's gonna hurt a lot. Alright, let's see if we can leech life away this Sharpedo, get a bunch of our health back. We got a majority of it. Alright. Just a second. Post in the Discord. You did not miss the Elite Four. Congrats for being here. We ran into a little issue, Krishinabon, with the tracker and everything. So Nimbus has been in here chatting. He helped get it up going again. So it was not down for just me. It was down for everybody. Hey, yeah, no, thanks for hopping in, Nimbus. Thanks for coming and chatting, and yeah, make sure everybody else is working good, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for the follow. All right, big Giga Drain on this Azumarill. All of the health back for Ninjask. See if we can get some health back here with, or all the health back on Parasect. Let's see if we can get some health back on Ninjask. Ah, stop beating up on my cicada. It just can't take that much abuse. So squishy, this bug. And squish is what would happen to it. There's a poison. Alright, let's swap up Beedrill and Heracross for this next fight. So we're gonna knock through Juan, get up through the Victory Road, take on the Elite Four today, and see what that next team is gonna be. It's gonna be exciting. Brick break that Azumarill. What do you think about the Elite Four, Krishinabon? You think we're going to have any issues with the Elite Four? Nice. Drake may be hard with his dragons that know flamethrower. Yeah, and I think Salamence knows rock slide. So that, you know, that could also be a pain. Noise. Down goes the Azumarill. Juan's team is good as well. You don't think he'll be a big problem, just it may take a little bit to beat him. I think if we can get set up at the beginning, I think we'll be okay. You know, as long as we don't use Armaldo unless we absolutely have to. Like, if we could set up with Heracross, that would probably be the best. Alright, some little fights. We do have some more levels to go for these Pokemon, but being that I don't have a good flyer on here, I mean, I could get one really quick. Yeah, Heracross seems to be the best, as it can actually take a hit or two and not go down, unless they crit me. Right, don't say anything. You know how the game listens. We'll switch here just because of the attack drops we've already gotten. And then we'll go back to Armaldo. Excellent. Which just leaves Parasect and Heracross. There's a couple double battles over here. Okay, that's fine. Double protect. Well, that's gonna hurt. Not quite enough to take us out, though. Which is very surprising. Good hit. Good hit on that Camel Rept. Alright, this should get Heracross up. Let's go beat up on Juan. Who do we want to use here? Maybe we can get Ninjask? Worth a try. Somebody besides one of our Uber sweepers. Let's give Ninjask a Poison Berry. We'll give it back to King's Rock soon. Alright, double team! Now we have decent special defense on Ninjask. Double team! Still hits with the Confusion Sweet Kiss. Well, there goes our Poison Berry. Double team! 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Now we just aerial ace because we're faster than everybody. Unless we want to heal, which Crawdaunt would not be a bad option to leech life. As long as we can get past this Kingdra. And we do. Easy peasy. So sitting at the Crawdaunt last heard me about the leech life. Very nice. Easy fight. Alright. Let's get out of here. We have another trick house we need to go take on. Let's give the King's Rock back to Ninjask. Easy game made for babies, as they never have any hard fights in this game or series. I have to agree with you. I mean, what can I say? When you're right, you're right. It's not like there's a fight where they throw a main metric and a cast form in the rain together and teach them both thunder and say to the players, good luck. These are regular trainers, and they ruin Nuzlocke. Or the guy with the super tanked out Metagross at the end of the game for some reason. You know. These two are not good matchups against that Bayonet. Fun fact. Excellent. Same issue here as the last fight. Nice. And it's probably actually pretty dangerous using Beedrill against all these psychic Pokemon. Good level up. Right. Let's get out of here. Off the Lily Cove, where we'll heal and switch our Muse back out. We don't need dive anymore. Instead, we need waterfall. All right. Let's get going. The Elite Four beckons. Long way to surf. We made it. Now we still don't have final movesets on everybody. As you probably noticed, Heracross is missing his bug attack, and he's still going to learn Mega Horn, which we are going to teach him. Just doesn't get that until a very high level. Lock on to that Armaldo as he stomps the ground. That's right, Mega Horn. Hopefully I'm awake enough to do this fight. I didn't have, like, any coffee this morning. Woe beeth upon me. Maybe I'll make some for the last episode. Make sure I'm bright and awake for this Elite Four fight. What playthrough are we on next? '56! Goodness. Well, that's about how I feel, Krishinabon. No joke. Maybe we'll have our first water team. Maybe they'll hold off until we just do 9 in a row at the very end. All we have left is water, normal, flying. 18 playthroughs, water, normal, flying. 9 of them on water. And then what? 4 on normal and 5 on flying? That sounds right. Almost got it. We're just gonna run out that safeguard, I guess. Bam. Good level up. Del Caddy. Heracross likes to break the back of cats. Good job! Gardevoir. Probably not Beedrill. Maybe Ninjask? Little future sight. I don't care about your double teams. Not in my house. Armaldo takes the future sight. Bop. Why are you so fast? Don't hurt my Armaldo. Very nice. I'm gonna Parasect for Roselia. Stick of power. Why is Delcatty on their team when such a mid-tier Pokemon? Best stat is speed. I don't know. You have to ask Wally. Alright, let's go heal. It's not like they gave him all new Pokemon, because he's got a Magneton on that team. That's why Wally gets beat. They use crappy Pokemon thinking they can win with them. We use crappy Pokemon and we win. Sometimes. Krishinabon. Who else has walked into the Elite Four with an Azurill on their team? But I know how to train crappy Pokemon. I guess that's true. Hey, back off. And I give them good moves. We have yet to use Delcatty. I think that's one that we still have to use. As well as EVs. Everybody gets EVs. You get an EV. They get an EV. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty lemon space. Why are you so chonky? Why is every Claydol such thick butt? Like triple seed. Come on. Just thick. Let's use this on our Armaldo's earthquake. And when you're using an EV, you can say you've EV trained your EVs. That's right. Let's go Armaldo to start this next fight. Bop. Some diddly boop. Oh, good stat boost. I don't know if that was necessary. But you got it. Bop. Cool Depota. Let's do Parasect to start this fight, since it's against a Sand Slash. That is not what I wanted to use. This is what I wanted to use. Ninetales goes to Armaldo. Earthquake! Burn my bug. Excellent. Tropius. Let's let Beedrill beat on the Tropius. Alright. Dodrio starts this next fight, so that's definitely Armaldo. We put Heracross in against that, there's a chance we get Drill Pecked, and down it goes. Flying moves, we don't mess around with. Same as fire moves. Ancient Power. Of course, this thing does like to spam Tri-Attack. We're gonna keep Armaldo out against the Electrode. And then we'll swap to Parasect. Does it need some experience? We'll swap to Beedrill. And a Twin Needle. Break! Let's let Parasect beat up on these pokes. Good damage, even though we didn't quite take it out. Good level up. Let's swap up Beedrill and Ninjask for this next fight. Seems good. 2 powerhouse Pokemon if I ever seen any. I think 1 aerial ace should be enough for this Metacham. Okay, so now that Claydol has Speed Swap. It's gotta go. Dangerous. Well, we had the same move. Okay, they both just have Levitate because Ninjask had Levitate. That's gonna hurt Beedrill. Well, that's not what I wanted to do with Ninjask, but it worked. Alright, let's swap Heracross up to beat up on the Skarmory. Ow! That wasn't very nice. You almost knocked out my Pokemon. What kind of game do you think this is? All right. Ow! Heracross! Very nice again. Alright, let's Brick Break here and Ancient Power here. Away with the wall. Goodness, Heracross needed a lot of experience compared to everybody else. Still trying to level up. Alright, 2 fights left in here. Alright. This is the fight we don't mess around with. Double brick break into the slacking. Nice. Never stood a chance. We're not even targeting into the Dusclops. Perfect! Oh, and a free hit on the switching slacking. Nice. Alright, Heracross needs to swap out, though, for this Dusclops. Okay. Alright, well, we are going to end this episode here. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with the Elite Four. So just hang on, everybody, and we'll be right back.